Hey guys! So whether you've just started dating or you've been together for a while, you'll want to watch for these 5 big warning signs she's not that serious about you. So I know, a lot of guys don't want to admit it, but you're looking for someone special. I mean, you'll take the one-nighters as a consolation prize, but really you want to find that one special person, if you're here on my channel at least. So if you want a good woman who you can actually have a good relationship with, you're going to want to avoid the ones that are time wasters, especially the ones that are pretty good at hiding it. So a lot of guys meet a gal that they think is relationship material. They think she's wonderful and they can imagine having something serious with her. But in the end, they end up getting their hearts torn to shreds. And then when they look back, they can see that she really was a time waster right from the start. And I don't want this to happen to you. And maybe it's already happened, so I don't want it to happen again to you. And you're watching my channel, so this means I know you're a good guy. And I want to help you find that great woman that you really deserve. Now, this is actually pretty easy to do. You just have to pay attention to the way she acts and behaves. And by the way, number 5 is a really sneaky one, which can really damage you. So make sure you stick to the end to find out what that one is. If you're new to my channel, my name is JORGENSEN. Welcome to Just the Tip. So some of these signs that she's not really serious about you may seem obvious, but other signs are going to be a little bit more subtle. Number 1, she talks about the future in first person singular. In other words, she doesn't say, we are going on a holiday, but it's more of, when I go on this holiday. So she doesn't see you in her future, or she doesn't subconsciously at least place you there. Example, I've always wanted to go to Spain. One day I'll go there. So that might be you going with her, but it's not definitely I want to go there with you, or we should definitely go there, or would you want to go there with me? Or have you, even something as subtle as, what do you think of Spain? 2, she avoids talking about the status of the relationship. So if you're always the one who hints at or brings up where the relationship is going, and she avoids that, she either might not be ready, or maybe you're acting too needy, or she just might not see you in her future. She might just be biding time with you until something changes, or until someone else better comes along, or until Chad finally texts her back or breaks up with Ashley. So for example, you say, you know, we've been together for however long. How do you feel about that? Now, if she says, I'm good, and changes the topic stat without asking you how you feel about that, either she's selfish or she definitely doesn't want to know how you feel because she already knows if you're bringing up the topic, you might want to move forward and she doesn't want to. Time waster, not that serious about you. 3, she's only in it for her. On the other hand, she may be all about moving forward as long as she's getting what she wants. If she's using you for money, or she can't be alone, or she's waiting to swing to the next branch, aka next guy, she'll be sweet as pie for now. But the minute the tap shuts off or she finds a better option, she'll be out of there. Example, when you spend your hard-earned cash on her, she's generous and appreciative and giving. But when you have an unexpected expense and you have to tighten the budget to be a bit more responsible for a while, she becomes cranky and probably less available in more ways than one. Now, the next one is a little tougher to spot because of what she does provide. Number 4, she avoids including you with her friends and or family. Now this one is a little trickier to spot because she might be just fine hanging out with your friends and family, so you don't really notice it. Or she might say, well, my families are a lot of drama, or you wouldn't want to be there, or, you know, I'm just hanging with the girls, or whatever it is. She's not including you on her end of the deal. Now, why this is significant is because if you break up because she's not that serious about you and doesn't see you in her future, she doesn't have to share her side with you. She can leave you and your friends if you want to, but she doesn't have to worry about any of her friends or family taking sides with you and losing them to you. Example, maybe she's going to hang out with friends and you're like, hey, I I would love to come along and, hang out. And she's like, no, you'd be bored, or it's all girl talk, or anything like that. But it's not all girls, it's co-ed company, and you're not allowed to come. Red flag. Now, sometimes that might be true. You're allowed to have friends that you go and hang out with on your own, but if you're never allowed to hang out with her and her friends or meet her friends or her family, then that might be a sign that she's not serious about you and doesn't see you in her future. Now, the trickiest one is number 5, when she acts hot and cold. 1 minute, she's all up in ya, loving ya and giving you everything you could ever think you want in a woman. And the next minute, she's disappeared, or she's closed off, or she's cold. What happened? Well, there are actually a few reasons why a woman acts hot and cold, and one of them could be that she's just not that into you. If she's not serious about you, she might be working through some inner conflict about whether or not to be with you and not wanting you to get too close to her because she doesn't see herself there for very long. So no matter how great your relationship might seem on paper, if she's really not feeling it, it's going to feel like an emotional roller coaster for you. You won't be sure from one day to the next if she even actually really wants to be with you. And if the sex is great, you're going to want to hang out with her even more, hoping that she will eventually warm up to you. But sometimes when a woman acts hot and cold, it has nothing to do with you. You might even go overboard trying to please her, only to find out that no matter what you do, she's not that serious about you. And this can be kind of hard to spot because some women are masters at playing good guys, maybe like you, especially with these hot and cold tactics. They pull you in, and then when everything seems hunky-dory, they go all cold again. This can really mess with your head, and if you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. And she may seem confused about her behavior, but a lot of times she knows exactly what she's doing, even if she won't admit it to herself. Some women even get a kick out of it and are maybe even doing it to more than one guy at the same time. And it can go on for months, even years, and it never ends well. And then you look back and you feel bitter because you could have used all that time on someone who was genuinely interested in you. Of course, sometimes it's subtle, so you don't really know it's even happening, but you feel something is off. But once you understand how it works, you'll be able to spot it a country mile away. So if you want to save yourself from confusing, lonely nights alone at home wondering what the heck, then you definitely want to watch my video on why women act hot and cold and what you can do about it. The hot and cold examples in that video will help you see the red flags in your relationship so you can protect yourself and move on. So watch that one now. Thanks for being here, and God bless.